This is Data Jockey, machine learning for Victorian racing. Today I am looking at Race 3, Warrnambool, Thursday 23 July 2026. Straight into it. Quick summary first for Race 3 at Warrnambool, then I will dig into the why. Two selections today. Jane Bopper is the top pick, the model's place selection. Specky Boy comes in as the second leg, the top four selection in the same race multi, not a place selection on its own. That is the short version. Jane Bopper for the place, the multi combining both if you want the longer odds option. Stick with me though, because there is a genuinely interesting read on this race underneath those two selections. Race 3 at Warrnambool, 10 runners, and the top 3 pay a place dividend today. Now straight up, the model is sending a clear signal on this race. The top selection is not the market favorite. The model sees value the market is underpricing. That is exactly the scenario this model was designed to identify, where the data and the market are pointing in different directions. Two selections from the model today. Place selection on pick 1, same race multi also available combining both selections. Worth saying again, not every race gets a tip. The model only fires when it genuinely sees value. No quota to fill, no pick just for the sake of it. Today it sees something real. Let us get into them. Before I get into the picks, a quick word on how this works, because it is genuinely different to anything else you will find in the tipping space. The selections come from a machine learning model that continuously learns from Victorian racing results. Every single race meeting, every result, every finishing position feeds back into it. This is not a set-and-forget system. It is live, it is learning, and it gets sharper with every race run in Victoria. Now here is the part that really sets it apart. Most tipsters, most models out there are chasing the winner. I made a completely different call. This model was built from the ground up to find place finishers, horses that hit the top positions and pay a place dividend. That is a fundamentally different problem to finding the winner, and it demands a completely different approach. The model weighs up dozens of variables across the entire field at once. Things that interact with each other in ways that no human analyst could ever track manually. Pace, distance, field composition, historical patterns, how each horse matches up against these specific rivals on this specific day. All of it simultaneously. That is the power of building it this way. If you want to go deep on the methodology, how the model was actually built, what it looks at, how it was trained, the link is in the description below. Check it out when you get a chance. But for today, I have got race 3 to get through, and the model has some strong opinions. Let us get into the picks. First selection for race 3, Jane Bopper, the model's top pick, currently second in the market. Not the favorite, not the one getting the market's attention, just quietly priced at a level the model strongly disagrees with. That disagreement is the entire reason this selection exists. Worth being honest with you here, because I think it earns more trust than it costs. There is no single tidy explanation for why the model has chosen Jane Bopper. It genuinely does not work that way. It is not pointing to one factor, a good record at Warrnambool, a preferred distance, the usual form guide reasoning. That single factor thinking is what most tipping relies on, and it is exactly what this model avoids. Instead, it is weighing dozens of variables together, all at once: track conditions, distance, field composition, the specific rivals in this race, patterns drawn from thousands of past Victorian races. All of that simultaneously, picking up relationships a person simply cannot track by eye. That is deliberate. If the reasoning could fit in one sentence, the model would be redundant. Here is what actually matters. The market has Jane Bopper priced at second in the market. The model ranks it first for race 3. That gap between market price and model confidence is the value, and finding it is the model's entire purpose. It was built around place finishers specifically, not winners, so a top ranking here means this horse matches the historical pattern of horses that land in the places. A genuinely different lens to standard form analysis. Jane Bopper for the place, top 3 finish in a 10-runner field. That is the model's read for race 3. For entertainment purposes only, please make your own informed decision before placing any bet. Pick 2 is Specky Boy, currently 4th in the market, a different style of selection to pick 1, worth clarifying up front. The model views Specky Boy as likely to finish in the top 4, but is not confident enough for a top 3 finish on its own. That distinction is the whole point here. The data falls short of supporting a standalone place selection on Specky Boy, but it clearly supports the top 4 role inside the same race multi. It can sound like a minor technicality, but in a 10-runner field, it is anything but top 3 pays a place dividend, 4th pays nothing. So backing Specky Boy as a standalone place selection is not what the model supports. Its value lives in the multi-combination. Put simply, the model is saying Specky Boy belongs in this race and matches the shape of a top 4 finisher in this field, while a top 3 finish specifically remains less certain. The multi only needs top 4. Jane Bopper in top 3, Specky Boy in the top 4. That is the model's combination for race 3. Race 3's same race multi pairs Jane Bopper as a top 3 finisher with Specky Boy in the top 4. Availability depends on your wagering provider, so check there first. One thing worth clarifying before anything else: these are genuinely different bet types, not interchangeable versions of the same thing, and their odds of landing are not equal. Jane Bopper on its own as a place selection is the safer, higher probability play. The model's confidence is strongest there, and while the return is more modest, the chance of it landing is better. That is the model's core view on this race. The same race multi asks for more. Both Jane Bopper in top 3 and Specky Boy in the top 4 need to land together, which lowers the overall probability but lifts the potential return considerably. There is no obligation to take both. Jane Bopper as a standalone place bet is where the model's signal is strongest. The multi sits there for anyone wanting the higher variance option. Either way, go in knowing exactly what each bet demands. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please make your own informed decision. For anyone following the full card, every race gets its own video, and they are all in the playlist Live before race 1. Worth a look through the other races to see what else the model has flagged today. A place multi combining several selections is something some punters build themselves. Check with your wagering provider on how that is structured. Make sure any decision you make is your own, fully informed. Important reminder too, always check for scratchings before placing anything, since they can change a race entirely on the day. The model's place selection for race 3 is Jane Bopper. The full card is waiting in the playlist. If you are not subscribed yet, this channel covers every Victorian meeting, every race day, and every selection comes at no cost. Nothing locked behind a paywall here. That wraps up race 3 at Warrnambool. To recap, the model's place selection is Jane Bopper, and for those after the longer odds play, the same race multi-combination is Jane Bopper in top 3 with Specky Boy in the top 4. Every tip on this channel is tracked, and the results posted publicly every single week. The good runs and the bad ones, nothing left out. That transparency is the only real way to judge whether following this model is worth your time. As always, this is for entertainment purposes only. Please make your own informed decisions and gamble responsibly. Catch you in the next one.